Oh, look, it's my favorite thing to sit on. A 2-goal lead. Oh, this should be a good game, shouldn't it? Oh, I made some popcorn. Oh, this is good. Oh, man, Nashville scored. Oh, we're still leading by 1. Oh, so now, last minute. I'm not worried, are you? Nah. 30 seconds, me. 10 seconds, yeah. McKee, knocks down shot. Ah! Oh, I'm dying inside. Oh. Okay. Well, how you doing out there? This is my second blog. And just lost to Nashville. You know, starting to sting. So 2-goal leads going away. It's really maybe I should stop sitting on them. All right, let's go ahead and break down the game. So we've first period, very strong period by the Blues. A goal from Backus. I guess it was a rebound, kind of like scramble in front of the net, put it in, whatever. Good play. And then we got another goal, and then Nashville had a billion power plays in this period. It seemed like it was really only 3, but billion 3. You know, I'm rounding. So what happens? Well, on the last power play, the one to end the period, Nashville actually puts one in, 2-1 going into the intermission. All right, that's fine. We've still got the lead, and maybe that was a bit of a demoralizer, but got to keep it. All right, second period rolls around. Nothing really happens. Third period, we decide to sit on the lead for a good 15 to 20 minutes. How does that work out for us? Not at all. Not at all. Can't sit on a lead. But let's go and rewind. Talk about the officiating for a second, because normally I'm not going to make a point about officiating, because officiating is just downright bad in the NHL, and I touched on that in my first blog, but I don't think Justin uploaded it. So you can almost never complain about officiating in the NHL, because you know what you're going to get. Very, very bad officiating. But tonight was exceptionally poor. And it starts off in the first with just too many penalties called to the Blues, and they're all just not good calls. Kachuk kind of touches a guy with his hand, and all of a sudden that's a hold. Even though it didn't have any effect with him carrying the puck, it didn't interfere with him in any way, and it surely didn't hold him back because he got his shot off. So that's just a bad call. Then there was the too many men call. Not a good call. If you're watching the Blues broadcast, Bernie Federka was all over that one, and he called it right. It just kind of goes off the boards. We're making a line change. The guy who was going off and the guy coming on didn't touch it. So I don't understand why you call that too many men. Not a good call. But the number one issue I had with the officiating tonight, which is I would not have brought up the officiating if this hadn't happened, which is stopping the play after a shot goes off the post. You can't do that. I remember a game 2 years ago when this happened. Magoo was reffing, and they blew the horn. And I remember Andy Murray, why are you blowing the horn? I remember him saying this isn't backyard hockey. You don't blow the horn, and that's totally true. And you don't blow the whistle in the middle of a play just because one of the Nashville Predators thinks he had a goal when it clearly went off the post. And there is a rule. There is a procedure for this kind of a thing where if a goal may have gone in and you need to review it, play still goes on. And I can't express that enough. It's happened before. Play has gone on. And I mean, it happens fairly frequently in the NHL. And I can't believe that after this rule has been I've seen it enacted on several times, and I'm sure that if NHL officials have seen it before and know that it's in the rule book. I mean, they're paid to know, aren't they? So why does this guy blow the whistle after the play and the horn doesn't go off? I mean, if you shoot, it goes off the post, and the goal horn goes off, that's fine, and then you review it. That makes sense. That's normal procedure. Normal procedure is also if it goes off the post, the goal horn, the goal light doesn't come on, that you don't call that, and I don't understand why it was called. Oh, the officiating was bad tonight, but I don't think it was biased bad. Biased bad would have been counting that a goal or something crazy, but I just think that poor officiating, and I'm getting tired of it, and I guess Colin Campbell's the guy in charge of that, and I wish he'd stop giving his employees a slide. I know for sure if I had a job and I screwed up this many times, I wouldn't have it anymore. But all right, let's go back to the Blues themselves. Sitting back on a lead doesn't work. Don't do it. I don't know why Andy Murray's telling his guys to do it. I don't know why they are doing it. It's a bad idea. 2 games in a row. And, you know, I believe that you make mistakes in order to learn. I'm one of those kind of people, you know. Yeah, you make a mistake to learn. I believe in that. We didn't learn anything tonight. We've learned this lesson last game. We learned this lesson last season. So why? Why does this happen again? I don't know. Is Andy Murray telling his guys to sit back? I mean, we seven shots in the third period. That's not enough. And not only that, none of them were quality chances for sure. And when we were going into the zone, in the first period, we had like 2 guys coming down the wing on the forecheck. And that third period, we had like 1 guy kind of loiter to the middle of the slot and hope he kind of gets a turnover. You're not going to get offensive chances doing that, so don't try. Don't put a second forward in there. The best defense is a good offense. I don't know, especially in the new NHL, and I think that might be part of the problem is that Andy Murray is this old school coach who doesn't really understand how to coach this game anymore. 4th line for Perron again tonight. Oh, man, maybe that guy's just bad. No, wait, he scored a goal. All right, so maybe he's just the best 4th liner in the league. He's certainly a grinder type, isn't he? You know, roughing it up in there. David Perron, definitely. I'm sure he'd be on the 4th line on better teams, so putting him on the 4th line on our team just makes sense. Talk about the shootout. Boys doesn't come up big for us, which is too bad. Boys is a good pick in the shootout, but just he didn't have it tonight. Second pick in the shootout, Andy McDonald. I know we just signed this guy to a $4.7 million contract. I don't know if that part of the blog made it on the site or not. But, yeah, we signed him. Great. Awesome. He's a good playmaker. He's a darn good playmaker. He's not a shooter. He's a playmaker. And the fact that we had him in the shootout over guys like Perron, who had scored a goal tonight. And by the way, when we took that too many men on the ice penalty, don't think I didn't see that Coach Murray put him in the box and to serve the penalty. I think I didn't notice our doghouse boy in the penalty box over there. So we don't put him in. Don't put Perron in. Who do we put in? Andy McDonald. Andy McDonald doesn't score. Who's surprised? I'm not. All right, moving on. We need one from Osh. Oh, come on, Osh. Oh, no, Osh. Okay, Osh missed it. Why we didn't put in a guy like Berglund even over McDonald? Berglund's got a shot. McDonald can score. Don't get me wrong. McDonald can score, but he's a playmaker, and he's definitely not a scorer over Berglund or Perron. Or Brad Winchester. So, which, by the way, Brad Winchester, good goal tonight. I'm so glad you're on the first line. That's why we lost tonight. I'm going to chalk it up mostly to bad coaching. I mean, you can't blame Mason. I was talking to some people, and somebody tried blaming Mason. He kept us in this game for a lot longer than we should have been in it. And he was making saves left and right. He was making some good ones. They were solid ones. I don't think he stole the show by any means. But he made some good saves, and you can't blame this loss on him. All right, McKee for knocking down that puck in front of the net. If you sit back on a lead for 15 minutes, you're going to end up knocking a puck down and have it accidentally bounce the wrong way. That's just what's going to happen. You can't rely on sitting back on a lead for 15 minutes and expect there not to be a bad bounce when you knock down a puck at some point. So the fact that happened to McKee is totally forgivable because he was just the guy when probability struck. Positives in this game. Mason, very, very solid night, very good night. It's really too bad he couldn't win against Nashville. I mean, I know we heard John and Bernie say this enough if you're watching the Blues broadcast, but, you know, Mason's a former Predator. He would have liked to have stolen the show tonight. All right, going beyond Mason, I think Perron obviously deserves a promotion. Scoring a goal in that 4th line. All right, and Keith Tkachuk, I really thought it was a good night from him. He put a shot wide. He got it in the slot and just kind of picked his corner and lost it. But I think he looked like he had a lot of hustle tonight, and I think he really wanted us to come out of here with 2 points, and it's too bad he didn't. Well, I have popcorn to clean off my floor now, so I will catch you guys later after probably tomorrow night after we host the Blackhawks. Until then, stay classy.